liked how so far all the presentations kind of have to do with everybody's interests. And my presentation is on the Platonic Solids, and I'm doing them on an interest of mine, which is collecting jewelry. I don't really make jewelry, but I collect them, and I usually collect handmade jewelry, as I am very much influenced from where I'm from. I'm from Panama City, Panama, and it's all handmade jewelry that you find there. So I mean, you always see me with just anything that's colorful and bright and just handmade. So I thought like I would just get the Platonic Solids and I will make jewelry out of them. So this is one pair that I made. I don't know if everybody can see, but I will pass them around later. But this is an octahedron that I made, and I found these beads that kind of look like the Platonic Solids. Maybe they're not exactly like the Platonic Solids, but they're close enough. And I added the blue cube because, I mean, it looks like a cube. And I thought it would be a good representation of duality, like the cube fits inside the octahedron. So, I don't know, I thought that was kind of neat. This next pair is of the tetrahedron, and I mean, that's about it. It's just a representation of the tetrahedron. This next pair is of the icosahedron, and it also represents duality, as I found another bead that looks like the dodecahedron. And again, it's not exactly a dodecahedron, but it does look like it, and it's a good reminder of duality with the Platonic Solids. This next one is just dodecahedron, and it has a dodecahedron type bead. And the last pair that I made is of a cube, or it's supposed to be cubes. And this one I actually thought, when I was thinking of making the jewelry, I thought of right away of origami. And for Christmas, I would string up the staircase in my house with these little lights. And I got this idea of making little lanterns and just out of the origami cubes and just sticking them onto the lights to make it look all pretty. So I kind of had the idea that I can make a cube and that would be a Platonic Solid out of origami. So I think my greatest inspiration for the Platonic Solids, why I chose this topic, was because I first learned about the Platonic Solids in middle school. I think it was 9th grade, at the end of my 9th grade year. I think the greatest math professor my international school had, Mrs. Apel, she was about to retire, and the last topic we covered was the Platonic Solids. We covered a lot of topics that we've seen in this class. Like, she was very much interested in not normal type math that you get all the equations and stuff, but she was interested in fractals. She actually created like the largest fractal in the entire country of Panama. So I mean, she was my greatest inspiration. And I remember like the last assignment we had was to get these cutouts of the Platonic Solids, build them, and we were supposed to color them. And since I'm an art major, like I like to go all out with anything that's creative, and I saw this as an opportunity to do good in math, because I always do really bad in math. So I took the project, and it was just a simple homework assignment. So I took it and I decorated them, and I made all these patterns and stuff. And I even made, I think it was the tetrahedron. I just made it all look like the solar system and the galaxies and stuff. Like I had a theme for each one. And I brought them back, and when she was picking them up, she came over to my desk and she saw them, and she was like, wow, I've never had a student like go out with this homework assignment, like everybody else's was just colored with like one shade and that was it. And mine was just extravagant. And she was like, what do you want to do with your life? And I said, I want to do something with art, and I want to be an artist. And she's like, have you thought about designing toys? And I was like, no, but I mean, toys, you know, as Michael's life, but you know, I thought, you know, this is when I was thinking about this project, I was thinking of that. It was going through my head constantly, and I thought, well, what can I do? So I decided to take earrings and jewelry and just make that, and that's kind of my toy for this project.
So how long did it take you to make each piece?
When I had this idea, I was gonna go all out and I was gonna do like bracelets and necklaces and earrings and anything that I could come up with, because I thought it would take like, you know, like 5 minutes to make each pair. It ended up taking quite a while. Like for each pair, it was like a few hours, at least a few hours. Like the cubes, that one I think took maybe like 3 hours. And the tetrahedron, those took maybe 2 hours. But the dodecahedrons, that one was extremely hard to build because I had to like stick tape, like little tiny, like microscopic pieces of tape, like inside, you know, because I didn't want it to be all like tape on the outside. I wanted it, you know, to look as pretty as possible. So I had to tape all the sides together on the inside and then tape, you know, using as little tape as possible on the outside. And it was frustrating. Like I wanted to just bang my head against the wall, you know, several times trying to build it. But I mean, it worked out in the end. And the next ones, the icosahedrons and the octahedrons, I was dreading those because I thought they would be maybe, you know, as difficult or even more difficult than the dodecahedrons. And I mean, I guess because since I have practice with the dodecahedrons, I kind of knew what to do. And so that kind of sped up the time a little bit with those, but they still took, like individually, like at least 3 hours to make.
Wow. That's a lot of work.
Yeah. And I only stick with earrings because I usually just wear earrings all the time. And I love earrings. Like, I think that's like my favorite type of jewelry,
So are you gonna wear them, or are you gonna like throw them away? And, like you're like,
if I get them back, you know, before then a semester, then yeah, I'll go around and I'll wear them.